Lesson 10. Standard letter templates and mail merge, including information requests. During this lesson, I'll show you how to use the correspondence section within PTP. I'll show you how to create a standard letter template, and then how to use the mail merge functionality to send that to a group of customers. I'll also show you how to reduce the information request. The letter writing functionality in PTP is accessed via the Correspondence tab in the main program toolbar. If we select that, it takes us directly to the client correspondence, and this shows all of the letters that we've written that relate to the specific client selected. Here we also have the option to access our standard letters functionality by clicking the standard letters button. When we do that, it gives us access to all of the letters that we've created for use as part of our mail merge feature. So here you can see that I've got 3 letters created that I can use with any number of customers. To select the letter you wish to edit, you simply click it in the list. I can then choose to view or edit the letter. I can add new letters, or I can edit just the subject and author and date that the letter was produced. I can of course delete any pre-existing letter. I'm going to select to view my tax return to client letter, as we've now moved into the new tax year and I need to update that template. When I view my standard letter, I have standard letter writing functionality, and I can type my letter, I can set indents, tabs, bold, italic, select the font, etc. In this particular letter, I've got fields inserted from the client database, and to insert a field I use this functionality in the top left here. To do it, I position my cursor where I wish to insert the field. I click the drop down arrow, which gives a list of all the database fields that are available to insert. I scroll through to find the one that I want, so here I'm going to select tax reference, and I then click the insert field button directly beneath. As you can see, that inserts the field into the standard letter. If I wish to remove it, I simply double click and choose yes to delete it. So in this particular letter that I've got set up, we can see that I've got to update it for the new tax year. So I simply click in to edit the letter and update the dates appropriately. When I close the letter down, I'll be prompted to save, and I can choose yes, and my template is now up to date. To send that to clients en masse, I use the client mail merge functionality via the mail merge button in the main program toolbar. When I click that, it takes me to my send standard letter window, and here you can see those same 3 standard letters that we saw via the edit window just a moment ago. Here I also have my selection criteria, and I can choose specific tax years, types of client between individuals, partnerships, trusts or all, and whether the clients are archived or not. I can also choose to select the clients for the purpose of the mail merge by either event dates that I've used to track return completion status, or selecting the clients manually. In this first part of the lesson, I'm going to show you how to select the clients based on event dates, and you do that using this section in the middle. These checkboxes allow me to use exclusion criteria to pick and choose which client to mail. So here I'm going to tick check 1, and I'm going to select from my list of available events. Here I'm going to choose tax return information received. I'm then going to select from the drop down, and here you can choose various date setting criteria. So I'm going to select date is equal to, and I'm going to leave the date box blank. So with this selection criteria, I'm going to be writing to all of my clients for whom I have not entered a date as having received their tax return information. So now that I've selected my client criteria, and I know that I'm going to be writing to those clients who have not yet received information, and of course I'm sending my reminder letter. When I send this letter, I want to update a further event, so I select the Update Event option. I click the drop down arrow and I'm going to select First Reminder Sent to Client. This will default to today's date, and I then choose to print. The product will then provide a warning to notify me how many letters are being printed, just to ensure that my selection criteria is correct. I'm going to choose yes, and that's going to send that off and print those letters for those two clients. As an alternative to using the event tracking for client selection, I can choose to select the clients manually, and I do that using this option here. That activates the button to select the clients to be mailed, and by clicking that, I get a list of all of the clients that are available, and I can select those that I wish to write to. When I click close and print, again I would get warned about the number of clients, just to make sure that my selection criteria are correct. Also available from this window, I have the ability to print address labels and an information request for the 2011-12 tax information. This will show a sheet with a summary of last year's return data. This is updated automatically on the 1st of February each year, so once you get into February, you can start producing information requests for the forthcoming tax year end on the 5th of April. So as you can see, creating a standard letter template and using the mail merge functionality to communicate with customers en masse using PTP is a very straightforward process.